North States News.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Sade Browne. One woman was arrested and 2 other men are wanted after Reading police found a pound of fentanyl in the woman's car. Former Chico State custodian was charged with making violent threats online. Well, we've been following the story of the Las Plumas High School student that was arrested Thursday morning after bringing a ghost gun onto a school bus. Yeah, some PG&E customers in Northern California say they are not happy with the certain certificate issued to the big utility PG&E. And they're hoping to do something about it. Residents of Weed that have been impacted by the mill fire have gathered Friday to learn about what can be done after losing their home and their livelihood from the fire. All right, switching gears a bit, our North State is still facing a massive storm. There are currently weather advisories in place and they're staying in place through the weekend. Brian Schofield in the Weather Center. It felt like we had a tiny break from the heavy rain and wind today, but it feels like it's not ending anytime soon, Brian. Confirmed the identity of the 2 suspects, 19-year-old Madison Sells and 25-year-old Sean Williamson. Waste Management also stated that customers that receive standard service will see an additional charge of $3.66.
All of this snow, if I can pick it up, this is just a chunk of what we're dealing with right now.
The city of Shasta Lake is known for its Veterans Day parade, and right now I'm in front of the Veterans Memorial that was actually built in the 1970s. Again, with the McKinney fire, it is now more than 52,000 acres with 0% containment. And turning now to the Oak Fire, residents in Mariposa County are bracing themselves to return home from current fires to past fires. The town of Paradise faces 2 dilemmas: rebuilding after the 2018 Camp Fire and having enough affordable housing for those moving back in. This summer, during the Reading Rodeo, a bull got loose from the arena, jumping into the stands.
I was sitting right in that corner seat right over there.
It struck and injured 6 people, one of them 25-year-old Paige King, sending her to the hospital.
I mean, I went down and I just didn't really know what was going on exactly. It kind of took me a second, and then my boyfriend had picked me up and I was like, oh, there's a bull there.
The ordeal frightening Paige's family, including her father.
Because the bull had jumped the fence, and thankfully the bull just exited right there out of the gate.
But in a miraculous turn of events, treatment of her injuries revealed Paige had an underlying health crisis lingering inside her.
We want her to go up to the emergency room, and through that they did a CT scan of her, and secondary to any internal injuries, they noticed a lump on her neck, and the emergency room doctor said, you have to get that checked out.
It would be discovered that Paige was in the early stages of thyroid cancer.
I was stunned, actually, in all honesty, as one of your kids finding out that they may have cancer. It kind of takes you back and gives you chills.
After the cancer came to light, an American rodeo announcer heard her story. Pro Rodeo Hall of Famer Bob Tallman told the family if it's cancer, send her to a treatment facility in Texas where she can get specialized care.
A couple weeks ago, we gave Bob a call on a Saturday, and he said, here, call this doctor right now. They're in Houston, Texas, and they will take care of you. We explained the situation, and she said, you need to come down here. There's a cancer center in Houston called MD Anderson Cancer Center. It's the best in the nation, and said, this is where you need to get treatment.
After the ordeal, Paige, a house cleaner, was on her way to a client's home, and that home had bulls on their land.
I was driving and I looked to my left, and all of a sudden I see this bull and he looks identical to him. And I look at my coworker and I'm like, there's no way.
Yes way. That was the bull. Paige captured the incredible moment on camera of that animal that ultimately saved her life.
It was a full circle moment in my life, and yeah, I'll cherish it forever.
Sade Browne, the North States News.
Well, if you're looking for a local event and you live for racing and cars, the Reading Drag Strip is hosting their Thunder Under the Lights Friday and Saturday for everyone to come by on this 4th of July weekend.
Nothing like the sound of an engine roaring, and that's what you'll hear on the tracks at the Reading Drag Strip during the 4th of July weekend. What is happening this Friday and Saturday?
This Friday and Saturday is Thunder Under the Lights, an annual event that's taken place here for a few years. We're back in full swing with new ownership, new track surface, new pit areas. Okay. The whole facility has been upgraded.
Thousands are expected to see the race cars and get behind-the-scene access.
They can actually come and see the
pit area as well.
Sure.
Talk
So
to drag racing.
one of the main sayings of drag racing, and this has been done for a half a century, and it's what makes drag racing so much fun, is every ticket is a pit pass. As a spectator, you're not stuck in the bleachers. You're not stuck along the fence line. You want to come down and walk through the crosswalk and go to the pit areas. You can look at all the cars, interact with the drivers, watch the crews, tear them down, fix them, repair them.
Reading Drag Strip co-owner Jesse Adams said there have been improvements to the strip thanks to those who are avid lovers of racing. It's incredible.
And what we actually have here is 10 racers actually donated all of the money towards this part of our rehab and our upgrade project.
They made a donation.
So we just got this last week.
And Jesse gave me a tour of some of the vehicles that will be daring the track.
This makes about 3,500 horsepower.
Wow.
Then we've got the Nova right here, another different style power plant that's got a big block Chevy, twin turbo application, and he'll make 3,500, 4,000 horsepower with this car.
Jesse says for people who are interested, they can visit readingmotorsports.com or purchase your tickets at the gate. Sade Browne, the North States News.